Recording in progress.
Good morning. Welcome to the Thursday, October 19th Plat Committee meeting. We'll get started with item number 1, major subdivisions, primary approval, Pitts Otten Road. Staff.
Yeah, this is Sean Klein, Area Plan Commission staff. This is a proposed major primary that's located on the north side of Otten Road between the eastern terminus of Riverland Road and Laurel Road. It would consist of 9 building lots. Total acreage is just over 15 acres. There are no environmental hazard areas or wetlands present. The site is proposed to be served by private well and private septic. The county surveyor recommends approval. The county engineer has some outstanding issues related to the drainage plan and access, and the county health department has not signed off on this yet as well. The professional land surveyor is requesting waivers to allow lots 7 and 9 to access Laurel, and lots 5 and 6 would access Otten via a shared access that's shown on the plat. As the county engineer and the county health department still have some outstanding issues with this one, we recommend that it be tabled to the next Plat Committee meeting.
Okay, we'll now open for public hearing. Petitioner, is there any comment from the petitioner?
Terry Lang from the Whiteman office. Address is 1402 Mishawaka Avenue. I represent the petitioner here, the Pitts family. I know there are a few issues with regards to the engineering office and the health department. I've got notification from the city of South Bend that they're not going to let me tie on to the city sewer, which is located south and east of our site. So we will have to be going through septic and well use at that location. That's been forwarded on to Brett, and Brett is obviously out of town. I know I got a kickback on the email from that. I'd like to proceed forward if we could, because of one reason. We have a buyer for the house that sits on lot 7, and it would be submitted as a second. In secondary, we will only be doing that lot. The reason Mr. Pitts has had to go into a nursing home, and the sale of the home will help generate revenue so that we can do the improvements with regards to the cul-de-sac and the XL cell lane that the county highway department had asked for the lots along Otten Road there. So with that being said, I need to be able to sell the house to get the revenue to do the rest of the plat. And if, you know, we're working through those details with regards to the access right there, but I need to do it in kind of 2 steps. I need to be able to sell the house to be able to move forward with the rest of it. And if at all possible, we'd like to do it in that fashion.
Let's get through the public hearing part, and then I'll tell you my issues and why I'll tell you my issues then.
Okay.
Yes. Is there anyone present in person wishing to speak in favor of this subdivision? You have 3 minutes. No one? Is there anyone online wishing to speak in favor of this subdivision? Seeing none, is there anyone in attendance in person wishing to speak in remonstrance? Okay, seeing none, is there anyone online wishing to speak in remonstrance? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing. My issue is, and there's several. I don't know how, we're not sure how drainage is going to be handled on lots 8 and 9. That was a question we had. And then also, I'm very concerned with accesses for lots 8 and 9 out on Laurel. It's a blind curve. And if we have access for those lots on the Laurel, it's not a good situation. So it's hard for me to approve lots with the only accesses out on the Laurel where I know there's going to be issues with the blind curve that you just can't see.
I hear your concern. We've already have an existing driveway there for Lot 7.
Yes, but you can see from that drive, it's further south, and you can see from that drive. The other two you cannot see from those drives.
Would you be looking for a commitment for, clearing the trees for a line of sight each way from a common driveway between lots 8 and 9?
I don't think you can clear the trees enough to get sight out there, distance out
Okay.
there. It's something we'd have to look at, and then I still have no clue what's happening with drainage on lots 8 and 9. And I really can't give my sign off without answering those questions.
Okay.
And I think we still have the issue with the water.
With those concerns, then, at this point, we'll go ahead and table it.
I thought, Sean, I thought when I sent my paperwork back, we had concerns about the wetland area.
No, you're correct, yes.
I mean,
That's,
you said that I approved it, but I also made some comments at the bottom.
you
there
did, and
that I
they
had
will
some
be showing the
concern.
wetlands on the plat, yes.
We've had a certified soil scientist and wetland specialist out on site this last week. I haven't gotten his report yet, but I anticipate that there aren't any wetlands on that site. The small pond up by the house is an excavated pond for a reflecting pond right there for koi fish in it. And the area, that finger that comes down from the Mannion property to the north onto the site, that was investigated. Like I say, I expect the report back anytime on that. And I'll get a copy to you then also, Bobby.
I appreciate that, but I believe Mr. Law also had some concerns about the ravines going through there also, Terry. I thought there was some ravine through there.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the area where the wetland was questioned, is the ravine that goes down through there. And with that being said, that's where our proposed drainage for the project is going to be located in there. Will be excavated on the north end of lots 5 and 6. And if you want, I can get you a copy of the drainage plan so that what we'll be doing is retaining our drainage on site so that it doesn't go through that finger to the north onto the Mannion property.
Well, looking at the contours, I mean, it looks to me like everything about midway through lot 7 or around lot 7, 8, and 9 drains to the east.
Correct. The house
So-
sits on the high spot.
Yeah, so we're gonna need to know, so that's some of my uncertainty, is I don't know how lot 7, 8, 9 is gonna get water to this basin.
Yeah.
And so that's something, I guess, I wish we could move forward, but I think there's just a lot of questions that need answered, Terry. No.
Okay. I may have to just submit it as a one-lot minor sub for the house only, but I can't do that without an approved primary for the whole project.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. And that's a question for-
I can't,
that's a
we
question
can't
for
approve
Abby.
something without having the information
Yeah.
we need. Did you have was that a question?
I have a question for Abby. Is there any way that I can do a minor sub on strictly the house, which is shown on lot 7?
Would you want to do the remainder just as one large lot until you come
It
back
won't,
with the
because
primary?
the house sits
or-
on both sides of, you got the lots on each side of it. So technically, I can't do,
Yeah, we'll take a closer look and we'll get back to you today.
okay, let's go ahead and table it for right now. If you guys would check into that, because technically I won't be able to move forward until I can sell the house with regards to that. So, and we can work through the issues with regards to the drainage with Sky and the drainage board then.
Okay. Thank you, Terry. Do we have a motion to table?
Motion table.
We have a motion second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Next up, we have Albrecht's second Mayflower Road minor. Do I have a motion to accept waivers?
Motion to accept waivers?
Second.
We have a motion second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Do I have a motion for approval?
Motion to approve?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Next item we have is Schaefer's Madison Road minor. The Health Department was still reviewing this? or
That's my
is there
understanding.
any-
I don't know if you had any conversations with Brett on this. Okay, all right.
So we don't have any info back from the health department then?
I know Brett was looking at stuff before he left, but I don't
Okay.
know the status of it.
Okay. Terry?
Yeah, I had submitted information to Brett showing the depth at the tiles. It's 7 foot deep right there, which is sufficient depth to provide perimeter drains for the proposed 2 lots right there. And I had submitted to the Drainage Board a request for the reduction from 75 foot down to 30, and I was just talking with John Law about that earlier to see if he had gotten that. He's been having some issues because they're upgrading that system on the Drainage Board site with regards to it, but we have submitted that petition for that. So if you want to, approve subject to those items, but Brett has everything that he needed with regards to the depth to be able to do perimeter drains for that. And like I say, the stuff has been submitted through the Drainage Board website portal for the reduction request, which would be coming up at their next meeting in first part of November. Excuse me.
I would prefer if we table a couple weeks, because it still needs to go before the Drainage Board anyway, so we couldn't grant secondary approval until after that.
Okay. So so that's staff's
That's
recommendation?
my
Okay.
recommendation.
Okay, we have staff's recommendation to table.
Motion to table?
Second.
A motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. When was Brett due back, Dean?
I think a week.
Okay, all right. Okay. Next up, we have North Bridge Valley, Section 5, and replat of Lot 211, Section 4, second replat. Do I motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
One motion second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? None. Motion carries. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of October 5th, 2023?
Motion to approve?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion carries. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
Motion for adjournment.
Second.
A motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed? Motion carries. All right, we got 2 items on our technical review this week. Langode,